Let's do the NFL Blitz. Michael, I don't know if this is the Blitz or we're storming a castle. I mean, this is unbelievable.
Different music we're trying out.
My God.
For the picks, for the Blitz.
Where's Khaleesi?
Yeah.
All right,
but
let's do
very
it.
exciting. Week 1 is finally here. Start out with number 1. Zeke Elliott, 6-game suspension upheld, but he can still play Week 1. Is this thing anywhere close to being over? And do you think he's actually going to serve this 6-game suspension?
All right, is it actually near being over? No, because his side has already filed, one of these RPOs or whatever it's called, and it's going to go back and forth. They're going to take it to court. Now, is there an element of conspiracy that somehow the league isn't exactly upset that he'll play Week 1 on prime time against the New York Giants? I can't trust anything the NFL says or does, so I won't rule that out. Mike, I think when push comes to shove, he's going to serve some time, but I don't think it's going to be all 6 because they're going to fight this. It's going to go to court. They don't have the greatest case in the world because the NFL holds that unilateral power. But it's just like Deflategate. I mean, I think they could kick the can down the road maybe as far as next year. Because, again, the NFL has to get out of the investigation business. I stand by that.
Just like Deflategate. It takes forever to get something done. Not that we're comparing those two situations.
No, it's just ridiculous that the NFL was put in this position by the NFLPA, giving them the power to do so. So silly. You'll see it addressed in 2021 with what's going to be a labor battle.
Definitely takes the NFL forever to do anything. But question number 2. Cam Newton, he recently said that Christian McCaffrey will have an immediate impact in Carolina this season. I want to ask you, Mike, which rookie do you expect to have the biggest immediate impact this upcoming season?
I think it's either McCaffrey or Kareem Hunt or Dalvin Cook. I mean, if you want me to, you got to pick guys
the running backs.
Yeah, and you got to pick guys that have the starting job. Now, look, Leonard Fournette's probably the most talented of the group, but I think Jacksonville's a fantasy swamp. You know what I mean? For numbers and impact. And look, reality, McCaffrey fits what the Panthers are going to do. They have Kelvin Benjamin. They have Devin Funchess. They have Greg Olsen. They even have Jonathan Stewart. McCaffrey can come in, play a very specialized role, maybe open the whole thing up. Whereas a guy like Kareem Hunt for Kansas City and Dalvin Cook, they're going to be the bell cow. Now, how about this, Mike? Impact, right? On transforming an offense, I'll say McCaffrey. Overall numbers, it's got to be Kareem Hunt or Dalvin Cook. I think Minnesota is going to feed Cook, and they're going to throw it to. I think Dalvin Cook will be the guy to get those big numbers. But I think McCaffrey is the guy that might unlock that explosive, transformative, property in that Carolina offense.
That's why you took Dalvin Cook in fantasy.
Oh, I love him.
Explains everything now.
Oh, David. Back me up on this. You and I wanted him in a Lions uniform. We were ready to trade up for him on day 2. Yeah. How dare you? Issue 3.
Great. Well, David always loves running back. Ray Lewis, he says that Colin Kaepernick's girlfriend cost him a job by posting the racist tweet about the Ravens. Essentially, that Baltimore was ready to sign him, but the tweet itself changed their mind. Do you buy this completely, what Ray Lewis is saying?
Okay. That posting by Kaepernick's girlfriend did not do anything to help him. The problem I have is, A, who's delivering the message? Ray Lewis. And B, why did you wait so long? Why wasn't that hot take offered with immediacy when it would have been credible, when it would have been acceptable? Why now?
He made it sound like they were literally about ready to dial the phone, and then that tweet came out.
I have a problem with former players that carry the water for organizations.
Right.
It makes it impossible for me to take what they say seriously. I do believe Ray Lewis is a bit of a cartoon character as well. But you cannot argue the fact that comparing, a Tarantino movie to Bisciotti and Ray Lewis, it didn't help anything. Is that fair or is that a cop-out? I just have a problem with who's delivering the message, and I have a problem with the time frame of it. I don't have a problem with the idea that her posting hurt Cap's chance of getting a job. How about that?
A little bit of a cop-out, but we'll still accept it.
I still love you.
Fury touchdown.
Question number 4. Patriots traded Jacoby Brissett to Indianapolis for wide receiver Philip Dorsett. Bill Belichick insists that this trade has nothing to do with what the team's mindset about Jimmy Garoppolo is. Now, what do you think their plans for Garoppolo are? Could they franchise a backup quarterback? Is that possible? Would they look to trade him? What does this say about their mindset for Jimmy Garoppolo?
Look, they don't carry 3 quarterbacks ever. They did it last year because Brady was suspended. They had Garoppolo and Brissett, but they don't carry 3 quarterbacks. Brissett was a luxury. They were able to get another receiver to put in the mix to replace Edelman. Garoppolo, it's clear it's going to go one of 2 ways. Now, he's going to be a tradable asset again, or because Brady could take less money in return and do another one of his crazy deals, they could franchise Garoppolo. They could make that work. They're not going to lose Jimmy Garoppolo for free. They're not. But a lot of this is going to answer itself by how does Brady play. I mean, if there's no fall off and they come back and they win the Super Bowl, I don't think Brady retires. I think he'd come back and do it again. Very delicate situation. I mean, Brady loves Belichick. Belichick loves Brady. Kraft has basically called Brady his son. They're not going to push him out. I know they've done it to other Patriots. I know Richard Seymour got shot out of a cannon. It's not going to happen. But they're also not going to lose Garoppolo for free. So whatever needs to be done will get done. I think, A, they never carry 3 quarterbacks, and B, they know they got the guy in Garoppolo who at a minimum is one of the best backups in the league. And for that reason, you trade the luxury, get an asset, kick the can down the road a little bit. Yeah, Mike, I'd say it's a 50-50 play they franchise the kid. They're not, the Patriots are not letting him go for nothing.
Right. Question number 5, last one here. Due to Hurricane Irma, as we talked about last segment a little bit, the Dolphins-Buccaneers game scheduled for Sunday in Miami has been postponed until November 19th. The 2 teams had a mutual bye week, but now a lot of players are upset that they'll have to play 16 consecutive weeks without a bye. Do they have a right to be upset? Is there anything else, anything different the NFL should have done here?
Yeah, no, I think both teams, both organizations, and the NFLPA should be very upset. You cannot ask these athletes to go 16 straight weeks. It's detrimental. The bye week is a critical portion of the NFL season that teams schedule around. You need it mentally, physically. I think it's wrong what the NFL did. Now, we've seen in the past when there's been weather issues. Games have had to be played here at Ford Field, in fact. Whether it was the Bills and Jets or the Giants and Vikings, you've seen that. They needed to have this game. They needed to have it tonight or tomorrow or Saturday somewhere. And obviously, it couldn't be anywhere in the state of Florida. But the idea that you hurt both teams, I think it really dims the playoff chances for both too, because again, you're using a bye week when you don't need it, and you're going to go 16 straight weeks with no refresher. I think that's devastating. I think the NFL did a really bad job. I think the NFLPA has a major beef here. And you found ways to get games in other places in short order. You needed to do it here. And yeah, it would be bad for ticket holders. Or yeah, they'd play in front of a mostly empty stadium. You had to do better than this. Really, really bad job by the league in my mind. That is the NFL Blitz, set to some form of dramatic Game of Thrones battle scene.